I guess now that it's not called Madden, we're not going to get a Super Bowl prediction this year. Let's talk. What up, viewers? What up, Calc Soups here. And technically, it is still Saturday, February 8th, and that means it's time for a quick recap of the week in video game news. Big news this week, we've got arguably the biggest game that's released so far this year, Kingdom Come Deliverance. It has launched and sold over 1 million units in one day, which is impressive. It's also highly rated at 88 Metacritic. I know that the first one was highly regarded as well. So if you're looking for some cool medieval RPG action, the second one looks pretty cool and fun, and I know a lot of people are interested in and enjoying that. So mostly, I have I'll have linked down below like a series of guides. It seems like there's a lot of ways to like branch off and maybe do some things you shouldn't. So hopefully this guide down below will help you get explore the medieval countryside. There's a lot changing with Civilization 7 next week, which is launching, and I know that a lot of 4X players will be looking forward to that. I know that the transitioning of your leaders is a hotly contested a feature. So, again, I'll have a link down below for you to see all the different changes and all the different guides on all the different systems within Civ, because that's why you play Civ, is so you can put 100 hours in and not understand and then immediately lose to someone who's brushing culture. Moving right along, World of Warcraft made a little dig at, I guess, Final Fantasy this week. They talked more about their housing and how the housing system is going to work and how it'll be a lot simpler and won't require as much of a grind. So I know that's probably something that World of Warcraft players have wanted for a long time, is their own kind of place that they can design and mess around with. But and apparently it's going to be simple and easy to do and not as grindy. Although I would be surprised if this one aspect in World of Warcraft was not grindy, because I remember it being quite a grindy game. But looking forward to the housing in World of Warcraft. The ESA, the gaming advocacy group that used to run E3, is starting a new showcase. It is called Icon. It's got two eyes, I guess. I called it I2 in my email. Yeah, I guess they're gonna be working on a new kind of showcase. I know that the Keeleys have kind of taken over winter and summer. So, is it gonna be a spring showcase? Is it gonna be a fall showcase, which is basically Gamescom? Or what do we do maybe in the spring? But yeah, no one knows what's going on with that. But ESA is working on a lot of stuff. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what their new showcase is and when it falls and all that kind of stuff. So should be interesting. Speaking of bringing things back, Rooster Teeth is back from the dead. I think they spun off of, was it Warner Brothers? I think they spun off of, yeah, Warner Media at some point. But now they're back. Hopefully they don't go the like G4 route where they, kind of put a year's worth of content out there and then fade away again. But yeah, they're back. We'll get some more Red vs. Blue or something like that, or modernize it somehow. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what Rooster Teeth is able to do. These soundtracks to Halo 1, 2, and 3 have been committed to vinyl. So if you are a vinyl head, you can go ahead and pick those up. I think they are $70 or so for each of the individual ones, or $200 for the set. I know that the first time I put the record on the record player and hear the angelic chorus of Halo kind of going off, it'll be worth every penny. So looking forward to picking those up myself. Speaking of picking things up, the developers behind Disco Elysium Zaum are making a plastic bag, and it is quite an expensive plastic bag, $165. Now, I didn't make it to the end of Disco Elysium, but like the very progressive and like anti-establishment and kind of thing, themes within Disco Elysium were like pretty prevalent. I'm surprised that they are doing something so what Disco Elysium was kind of all about by making a $165 like plastic market bag with like a logo on it. I don't know. Is this some kind of funding thing? Like they need funding and they need $200 plastic bags? I don't understand. So, people would be probably would be willing to buy them if they were, uh, if they knew that this money was directly funding. Yeah, I don't know. So it'd be interesting to see if any of these. I always get confused when like these like cheap games make expensive products. Like, do those work? Like the partnerships with like a diamond company for like NBA 2K. Like, does that shit sell or anything? So I'd be curious to see if this sells at all. New cool game coming out from some ex EA and Epic developers called Cloudheim kind of starts to ask, tries to be the answer to what if you could play Breath of the Wild co-op. That seems like they're really what they're kind of doing is like it. There's a little bit more survival building aspects of it, but like yeah, you're just like in a third person action RPG. They even have like some of the out external shots feel very like Breath of the Wildy. But yeah, you and a couple friends can go around and with degrading weapons and throw them at people and enemies, and even the goblin kind of enemies look a little too close for comfort. But yeah, I'll have a link down below for you to check out Cloudheim, see if that's something you are interested in. Announced this week was something that we all kind of thought was dead and no one knows what to do with it, but the live action there's a live action Magic the Gathering movie coming out with from Legendary Studios, who've made Dune and Godzilla and a lot of really prevalent uh, movies and IP recently. They're gonna make it. They're hoping to make this into a whole cinematic universe where there'll be TV shows and all the other kind of stuff. Magic already is a big, ever expanding universe, but actually, my one thought was like live action. I feel like it's gonna diminish it. Like I know that we can do big epic stuff in live action nowadays, but I don't know, just kind of the realm transitions and the magic that has to go into all the Magic the Gathering stuff will be pretty interesting. So I think the live action part is actually holding it back a little bit from being like a big epic. And I don't even like animated series that much, but I think Magic needs to be like big and epic and kind of things you can do in animation or something like that. But all of this is we got to take with a grain of salt as well, because presumably the Netflix series is like still alive, but I have it on pretty good authority that it is not. So I think that's what a lot of people are asking is like, wait, what about the Netflix series? And obviously they're at the very beginning of this where they're just announcing a brand partnership, and then they still got to find all the talent and all the people to make the movie. So it'll be a little bit before we see anything else on that, but we've got a live action Magic movie coming down the line, I guess. Last but not least, I wouldn't be able to get out of this week without talking about the Fallout Season 2 spoilers and leaks that came out. I think we already had a sense at the end of Season 1 that Fallout Season 2 would take place somewhere around Vegas. I mean, Kyle MacLachlan's character was like literally, looking at the Vegas skyline in the like final shot of the show. So, but there was a leak this week that kind of showed a giant dinosaur head, and that kind of gives us a hint of where we're going to be in Season 2. So it'll be interesting to see what they do there and what's alive and who's canonically around and all that kind of stuff. So I'd be very curious of who's the final person, like who has the chip, the 19th, the Casino 19 chip, and who's controlling the Vegas Strip. That'll be quite an interesting canonic choice to try and make. But yeah, that's it for this week. Let me know if you feel I forgot anything down below in the comments. But as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy this content. If you do, please follow, like, and subscribe to me on YouTube and Twitch so you can see more great content like this. I hope you have a super day. I hope you have a super weekend. And I hope you have a super day. Bye. Happy Super Bowl.